Good morning, students. Welcome back to the Bharat Darshan series. It is a geography lecture series especially designed for the UPSC and MPSC aspirants. This is the second lecture of this series. In first lecture, we saw some basic physical and political features of India. We started with the physiographic divisions. We saw India can be divided into the six physiographic divisions. So from this lecture, we'll start with the very first physiographic division of India, that is called as the Northern and the Northeastern Mountains. The Northern and Northeastern Mountains means basically Himalayas. Basically Himalayas. So let us talk more about Himalayas. First, the position of Himalaya. Why the name Northern and Northeastern Mountains? The mountains lie to the north and to the northeast direction of India. So northern and northeastern mountains, that is Himalayas. Himalayas are spread across many countries. Himalaya are the trans-boundary mountain range, and it's Pakistan over here, and it's spread across Nepal, then some portion of Bhutan, and again here we have Northeast India. So trans-boundary mountain range. Then this is a satellite image. The white color is of snow. So Himalayas are the snow-cladded mountains. You can see over here. This is the map of Asia, South Asia to be specific. So here you can see China. Then we have Tibetan Plateau. To the south of Tibetan Plateau, there is what? This great towering formidable wall of Himalayas. Then to the south of Himalayas, we have Indo-Gangetic Plain. Indo-Gangetic means what? A plain formed by the floodplains of Indus River and Ganga River. So Indo-Gangetic Plain. Here we have state of Punjab, Haryana, then UP over here, then Bihar over here, and over here we have West Bengal. Then we also include this Brahmaputra plain, that is in the state of Assam. Today, from this lecture, we will just talk about this physiographic division, this physiographic division called as Northern and Northeastern Mountains, that is Himalayas. Before starting, let us see some basic features of Himalayas. What are the basic features? As you know, you must be knowing this simple fact. Himalayas are the tallest mountains in the world, tallest mountain. Then Himalayas are an example of Cordillera. What is Cordillera? Cordillera means parallel mountain ranges. So Himalayas are actually many mountain ranges located parallelly. There are parallel mountain ranges. So what is the example of these mountain ranges? So there are four mountain ranges: Shivalik range, the Himachal or Lesser Himalayas, the Himadri or Greater Himalayas, and the Trans-Himalayan range. To the south, we have Shivalik. To the north of Shivalik ranges, we have this Lesser Himalayas. To the north of Lesser Himalayas, we have this Great Himalayas. To the north of Great Himalayas, here we have what? Trans-Himalayas. Trans-Himalayas. So together, these four mountain ranges are called as Himalayas. So Himalayas are basically these four mountain ranges, group of what? Parallel mountain ranges. And when they are parallel mountain ranges, we call that system, mountain system, as what? Cordillera. So I hope the point is clear. Himalayas are Cordillera. Next, they are tectonic in origin. We have plate tectonics theory. In plate tectonics theory, we have studied there are two plates. This is what? Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plates. So these two plates are converging and there is a formation of what? Himalayas. Himalayas are basically fold mountains. So you can see the vertical. These are Shivalik ranges. They are Lesser Himalayas. Then there is Greater Himalayas. Then there are Trans Himalayas like this. So the height increases. We just saw these four mountain ranges. So Shivalik range. The Shivalik range, they are having the least height. The height increases when you are going towards north. The height of Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas is more than Shivalik ranges. Then the height of Greater Himalayas is more, or you can say it is the highest. The height of the Himadri or the Great Himalaya are the highest. And again, Trans-Himalayan range, the height is somehow lesser than the Himadri or the Great Himalayas. Then Himalayas are the Himalayas are the water tank of South Asia. So when I say water tank, I mean to say many major rivers like Indus, like Ganga, like Brahmaputra, they have their origin in the Himalayas. So they act as the water tank of South Asia. They sustain the millions of people lying in the plain region, lying in the plain region. So we know UP is the state in India having highest population. So they sustain huge millions of population over here. Next, biodiversity. So Himalayas, they have rugged topography. They are forested area. So they sustain rich biodiversity of flora and fauna and extreme weather. This is basic fact. As you move from mean sea level to up in the air, the amount of oxygen reduces. The amount of oxygen reduces. So you feel altitude sickness. So extreme weather means what? The at the higher levels in the Himalayas, the oxygen level is less. They are colder. So extreme weather is there. Next, so these are the basic features. I hope the features are clear. Now, let us see the divisions of Himalayas. So from north to south, north, sorry, from north to south, we can divide the Himalayas in these four mountain ranges. Shivalik to the south, then we have Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas. Himachal or Lesser Himalayas, they are also called as Outer Himalayas. Then third is what? The Himadri or the Great Himalaya. So Himadri or Great Himalaya is also called as Inner Himalayas. And fourth is what? Trans Himalayan range. So all the four mountain ranges together, it is known as Himalayas that we saw. Next, Himalaya can be divided in the east-west direction. So in the west, it can be, let me erase this first. So in the east-west direction, Himalayas, they can be divided into three parts. This is Western Himalaya. To the west of Nepal, it is Western Himalaya. Then Nepal is having Central Himalayas, and to the east of Himalaya, east of Nepal, we have Eastern Himalayas. So Western Himalayas having the state of Jammu Kashmir, then Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, then Nepal and some portion of Sikkim. We have Central Himalaya, and to the east of Nepal, it is called as Eastern Himalaya. So these are the basic division of Himalayas we saw from north to south. This is the division from north to south, and this is the division from east to west. Next, let us see some of the distinguishing features between Western Himalayas and between Eastern Himalayas. So what are the features? Here, this is basically a conceptual part, but UPSC can ask you which region, which Himalaya is colder, which region is having more rainfall. So let us see one by one. Western Himalayas, they are colder. Western Himalayas, they receive less rainfall. So let us see this map. From here, I will explain why they are colder and why they receive less rainfall. So we can draw. Where is the first lecture we draw Tropic of Cancer. So Tropic of Cancer is over here, and equator is somewhere like to the south of equator is to the south of Sri Lanka. Of course, this is not like that. It is a straight line. So if you see the Western Himalayas, they are farther from the Tropic of Cancer. They are farther from the equator compared to the Eastern Himalayas. So we know that from equator, the temperature reduces. From equator, when you are moving towards pole, the temperature reduces. So this is the first reason why they are colder, why this region is colder, why this region is hotter. Again, comparatively, this region is hotter than the Western Himalayas. First, I hope it is clear. Second reason is the Western Himalayas, they are having higher elevation. The height is more over Western Himalaya. The height is lesser compared to the Western Himalayas. So Western Himalayas, here we saw the Western Himalayas are colder. First reason, they are farther from equator. They are farther from Tropic of Cancer. So they receive less insolation. First reason. Second reason is they are having higher elevation compared to the Eastern Himalaya, and as we go up, the temperature reduces. So the temperature of Mumbai is more than the temperature of Mahabaleshwar. The temperature of suppose Simla is less than the temperature of Mahabaleshwar. So as you are going up, the temperature reduces. So here, Western Himalayas are colder. I hope the first point is clear. And comparatively, Eastern Himalayas, they are hotter. The second point is Western Himalayas, they receive less rainfall. Here, we get rainfall in the monsoon. So here we get rainfall in the monsoon season. What happens? The moisture cladded winds, they move here, and so this Eastern Himalaya is basically closer to the sea, basically closer to the Bay of Bengal. So amount of rainfall is more over here because the southwest monsoon winds, they carry what? They carry moisture from this region and they deliver over here. So here it's a state of Meghalaya. You know Cherrapunji, Mausinaram, have you heard about them? So this region, it receives highest rainfall in the world. Why? Because they carry a lot of moisture over here and they deposit over here, and the winds move like this from east direction to the west direction, and they start depositing the moisture from east to west in the form of rainfall. So suppose if it is 100 centimeter rainfall in this region in West Bengal, it will be 80 in Bihar, it will be 60 in UP, and it will be 50 in Haryana. I'm just giving you the some just for understanding purpose, I'm telling you this example. So 60 centimeter rainfall. So the amount of, what is my point is, the amount of rainfall reduces when you move from east to west. That means the Western Himalayas, they receive less rainfall. Why? Because they are away from the Bay of Bengal. They are away from the water bodies. Next, the Eastern Himalayas, they receive more rainfall. They receive more rainfall. So tell me, which Himalaya will have more number of forest area? So of course, this region, the Northeast Himalaya, the Eastern Himalayas, they are having rich biodiversity. They are having more forested area compared to the Western Himalaya. The reason is clear. They receive more rainfall. They receive more rainfall and they are hotter. So here we also have Ladakh, cold desert. Why cold desert? Because they receive less rainfall and they are colder. They are more cold compared to this. So population wise also, this region has more population compared to this region. This is also a reason. Next, wider. So Western Himalayas, they are wider. So we just saw there are four mountain ranges when you move from the north to south. So Trans Himalaya, Himadri, Himachal, and Shivalik. So all these, let me erase this. So all these mountain ranges are present in this Western Himalayas. So they are wider. They are wider. The width is around 400, 450 kilometer. They are wider. Compared to that, the Eastern Himalayas, they are less wide because all the four ranges are not present over here. The Shivaliks are absent. The Shivalik range is absent in the Eastern Himalayas. Shivalik range is present in the Western Himalayas, but here they are absent. Also, the Trans-Himalayan ranges, they are more wide in the Western Himalayan ranges. I hope this basic difference is clear. Western Himalayas, they are colder, they receive less rainfall, they are wider, and here Eastern Himalayas, they are hotter, they receive more rainfall, they are narrower, they are having more forested area, so the biodiversity is more. So these are the basic features. Now let us move ahead. Again, now we will divide the Western Himalaya. For study purpose, I'm just simplifying the syllabus. So Western Himalayas further can be divided into Kashmir or Northwestern Himalayas, and second, the Himachal and the Uttaranchal Himalaya. So Kashmir Himalayas, first part. So today we will talk about Kashmir Himalaya or the Northwestern Himalayas, and in next lecture we will talk about this second division, that is called as Himachal or Uttaranchal Himalaya. So in next lecture, we will talk about these Himalayas. So today we will just focus on the Western Himalaya. To be specific, we will just focus on the first part, that is what Kashmir Himalayas or the Northwestern Himalayas. I hope this division is clear. And to the east, we have Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalaya. So this is present in the state of Sikkim. Second, we have Arunachal Himalaya. Then here we have state of Arunachal Pradesh. So here in Eastern Himalayas, first division is what? Sikkim Himalayas. Second division is what? Arunachal Himalaya. And third is what? This northeastern hills in the state of Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. So we'll talk about them in our later lecture. So Eastern hills and mountains. So I hope this division, or you can say this subdivision, is clear. Western Himalayas and Eastern Himalayas. And today we'll talk about the Kashmir or the Northwestern Himalayas. So they are basically based on the state. So Kashmir Himalayas, then here Himachal and the Uttarakhand Himachal Himalayas, then over here Sikkim Himalayas, then over here Arunachal Himalaya, and over here we have Northeastern Hills. So these are the four divisions based on the state. Again, this division I have made for simplifying the syllabus to make you understand in a clearer way. Again, Nepal Himalaya we are not interested, and Bhutan Himalaya we are not interested. We'll talk about it, but less detail. So let us start with the Western Himalayas. So all four ranges are prominent. Which are the four prominent ranges? From south, Shivalik range, Lesser Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, and Trans Himalayas. We just saw they are wider, they are colder, they are drier. Now boundaries and the subdivisions. So subdivisions we just saw. Na? So what are the subdivisions? So here you can see one river is there. This is what? Mahakali River. This is what? Mahakali River. So between Mahakali River and this is what? Satluj River. This is Satluj River. So between Satluj River and Mahakali River, the Himalayas are called as Himachal Himalaya. Himachal Himalaya or Uttaranchal Himalaya. So first division. And here from river Indus, so from Indus to Satluj, it is called as Northwestern Himalayas. So there are two parts in the Western Himalayas. First is Northwestern Himalaya or Kashmir Himalaya. What are the boundaries? From Indus to Satluj, it is called as Northwestern. And the second division is called as Himachal or Uttarakhand Himachal. And what are the boundaries? From Satluj River to Mahakali River. From Satluj River to Mahakali River. Again here, already there was a question in the UPSC. Which river flows? Which river makes a border between India and Nepal? And the answer is what? Mahakali. This is what? Mahakali River. We will talk about it when we will start our discussion regarding rivers. So now just remember the boundaries and the divisions of the Western Himalayas. First, Kashmir Himalayas. So in Kashmir Himalayas, what are we going to talk? So we are going to talk about mountain ranges and important peaks, then the important passes, major lakes, important valleys, protected areas, and rivers. So these are going to be our 6 subtopics in the Kashmir Himalayas. So this is state of Kashmir, erstwhile state of Kashmir, you can say. So political, this is a what? Political map of Kashmir. So here you can see, this is what? Currently Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir with the capital Srinagar. Okay. Next, this region is called as what? Union Territory of Ladakh. The capital is Leh. Now this region called as Aksai Chin, and this is administered by China. And this region, this entire region, is what we call as POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. So this is administered by Pakistan. So this region is also called as what? Gilgit-Baltistan region. Gilgit-Baltistan region. So I hope the divisions are clear. Gilgit-Baltistan region. This is POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. This is the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the Union Territory of Ladakh. And we have line of control over here. Line of control over here, LOC. With respect to China, it is called as what? LAC, line of actual control. So China, it is called as what? LAC, line of actual control. Pakistan, we have LOC, line of control. Then over here, this triangle is very crucial. There was a question in the first lecture we saw question, the Siachen Glacier is located to the north of Nubra Valley. So Nubra Valley is somewhere over here, and to the north of it, we have Siachen Glacier. So Siachen Glacier, we'll talk about it today. So Siachen Glacier is a part of India. Then this region, you can see this region, this small region. So this region was ceded to Pakistan, ceded to China by Pakistan. This region is called as basically Shaksgam Valley. Shaksgam Valley, ceded to Pakistan, ceded by Pakistan to China. I hope the political map of Jammu and Kashmir is clear to you. Next, let us see now. Let us draw some mountain ranges. So initially we just saw the mountain ranges. Now we will see the actual mount. So from north here, this range is called as Karakoram range. This range is called as Karakoram range. Karakoram range, we have the highest peak of India, that is called as K2. K2, highest peak of India, that is called as K2. K means what? Karakoram. So there are 6 peaks, K1 to K6. Among that, K2 is the highest, that is the highest peak of India. Next, south of it, we have over here, Ladakh range. L means what? Ladakh range. To the south of Ladakh range, we have mountain range called as Zaskar range. And let me clarify, this is just what? A rough schematic diagram. We are studying for UPSC. So UPSC can ask you to arrange the mountain ranges from the north to south direction. And that's why we are learning it. Even in MPSC already have asked you to arrange the mountain ranges from north to south direction. To the north, we have Karakoram range, then Ladakh range, then Zanskar range, and to the south of Zanskar range, there is Great Himalaya. So these are Great Himalayan. So these are Great Himalayan mountain range. What? We'll just write Great Himalaya, G, Great Himalayan mountain range. To the south of Great Himalayan mountain range, there is a mountain range called as, this is Pir Panjal. This is what? Pir Panjal mountain range. And to the south of Pir Panjal, there is a mountain range called as Shivaliks. So let me repeat once again. From north direction, there is Karakoram mountain range. Then this is Ladakh mountain range. Then to the south of it, we have Zanskar mountain range. To the south of it, we have Greater Himalayas. To the south of it, we have Pir Panjal range. To the south of Pir Panjal, there is Shivalik hills. We saw the height is least of Shivalik hills, and the height increases when you are going north. So height of Pir Panjal is more than Shivalik. The height of Greater Himalayas, it is what? Highest. And again, so it is somewhat like this. The height increases and again it decreases. So height of Zanskar and Ladakh is lesser than the Greater Himalayas. So what questions they can ask you to arrange from north to south or south to north? So it is very important. So we are in the Northwest Himalayas, we are in the Kashmir Himalayas, and we have just arranged the mountain ranges. Now, next question can be the location of river. So the river Indus. So this is Indus originates somewhere over here in the Tibet, and it flows between Ladakh and sorry. So it flows between what? It flows between Ladakh. So what a question can be asked? They can just simply ask you the river Indus flows between which two mountains, and the answer is the river Indus flows between the mountain ranges of Ladakh and Zanskar. So the river, and it takes sharp U-turn and it moves to the Pakistan. So between Ladakh and Zanskar, we have this river called as Indus. Indus means what? Sindhu River. Indus, this is what? Indus River. And between Karakoram and Ladakh, here there is a river called as Shok River, and Shok River joins Indus over here. So this is what? Shok River. This is Shok River. So Shok River flows between Karakoram and Ladakh. So these are the important mountain ranges that you must be aware of when it comes to the northwestern Himalayas. Next, so this is the actual map. This map has been taken from the NCERT. So here, let me show you to the north of India. Here, there is a Pamir knot over here. So these are all mountains. This is Hindu Kush mountain range in the Afghanistan. Then over here in Pakistan, there is what? Suleiman mountain range. Suleiman mountain range. In India, Karakoram is there. And again, entire chain of mountains under Himalayas we saw. Then in China, there is Kunlun Shan mountain ranges. Then here we have Tian Shan mountain ranges. So they are not important. But here, what is important? Karakoram. Then south of Karakoram, we have Ladakh. South of Ladakh, Zanskar Range. Greater Himalayas. To the south of Greater Himalayas, we have Pir Panjal Range. Pir Panjal Range, and to the south of it, we have Shivalik Range. So in the first slide, what we saw about the divisions, na? So first division is what? First division from south to north. What is the first division? First is Shivalik mountain ranges. Then to the north of it, we have Lesser Himalaya. Lesser Himalayas or Himachal Himalayas. So Lesser Himalayas or Himachal Himalayas or Outer Himalaya. So this is the second division. So Lesser Himalayas in Kashmir, they are called as Pir Panjal. So Pir Panjal mountain range is nothing but Lesser Himalaya. Then third division is what? Third division is what? Greater Himalayas. Third division is what? Greater Himalayas. And fourth division is related to the Trans Himalayas. So both Karakoram range, then Karakoram range, then Ladakh range and Zanskar range. So these three together, they are called as the fourth division. That is Trans Himalaya. I hope the divisions are clear. Shall I repeat? Shall I repeat? So first division is Shivalik Hills. They are having lowest height. Second division is called as Lesser Himalayas or the Outer Himalayas or Himachal. They are called as Pir Panjal. They are called as Pir Panjal in Jammu Kashmir. Then third division is of Greater Himalayas. Then fourth division means Karakoram, Ladakh and Zanskar. So I hope the divisions are clear. So this is the actual map. This is taken from NCERT. Next, we will talk about the peaks. So these are the important peaks. So question can be there in a match the pair format. K2, then Broad Peak, then Gasherbrum Mountains and Pasherbrum Mountains, Masherbrum Mountains. So all these peaks, all these four peaks, they are in Karakoram mountain ranges. So this is what? Karakoram mountain range. So here we have K2, Masherbrum, Gasherbrum, Broad Peak and all. So Karakoram is basically a Turkish word. In India, in ancient period, this mountain, Karakoram mountain range, it is used to be called as what? Krishnagiri. Krishnagiri mountain. So Karakoram means what? Krishnagiri mountain range. And then we have this Nanga Parbat over here. Nanga Parbat. So Nanga Parbat is basically a peak. You can see over here. Nanga Parbat is basically a peak, and that is present in what? Zanskar mountain range. To be specific, here we have Devsai mountains. Devsai mountain ranges. That is the highest peak over here, Nanga Parbat. And Indus, you can see Indus takes sharp U-turn after crossing the Nanga Parbat. Then Nankan mountain. Again, this Nankan mountain is present over here somewhere here in what? Zanskar mountain ranges. So these are the important peaks. Again, there are many peaks, hundreds of peaks. Not all are important. You should be aware of K2, its location. It's in the Karakoram range, the other mountain peaks of the Karakoram and the Zanskar range. Next, let us talk about the important passes. And before that, let me clarify that the height of Himalaya is so high that the second highest mountain peak outside Himalayas is just 6961. 6961, that is called as Aconcagua. So almost 100 peaks are there which are having height more than 7,000, and all those peaks, they are present in the Himalayas. So outside Himalayas, the second highest mountain is having height 697, that is present in the South America, that is present in the Andes mountain range, and the name is Aconcagua. So such is the height of Himalayas. So they dominate when it comes to the mountain peaks. 6961 is the second highest mountain peak after Himalayas. Next, passes, important passes. So Khardungla Pass, it is what highest motorable road in the world, and recently in 2021, that has been now the second highest mountain. Now the world's highest is what? Umlingla Pass. So Umlingla Pass having height 19,300 feet, and earlier that record was against Khardungla top, but now it is what? Umlingla Pass. So this fact you should be aware of. Important passes. So what are passes basically? Passes means what? Easy, you can say, easy navigable route, because the mountains, they are having very high height. So there will be a certain valley kind of structure over here. You can cross. So that is what? Navigable route. So Fotula Pass, then Changla Pass, Zozila Pass. Now what can be a question? This can be a question from the match the pair, or they can ask you how many of the following peaks passes are present in the northwestern Himalayas or Kashmir Himalayas. So you must be aware of all these passes. These passes, they are all present in the northwestern Himalayas. They are present in what? Kashmir and the Ladakh. Now, Fotula Pass. So Fotula Pass is present in the Dhanskar range. Then Fotula Pass is present in the Dhanskar range, that is present in what? Ladakh Union Territory. Then Changla Pass. Changla Pass. So here I can write Fotula Pass. Fotula Pass is present in what? Dhanskar mountain ranges. Dhanskar mountain range. Next, Changla Pass. So Changla Pass is present in what? Ladakh mountain range. So when you are going to visit Pangong So Lake from Leh, you will encounter this Changla Pass. Then Zozila Pass. Zozila Pass is present in the Greater Himalaya. Zozila Pass is present in the Greater Himalayas. Then we have Banihal Pass. Again, Banihal Pass is in the Greater Himalayas. Then there is Burzil Pass. So Burzil Pass is present in what? Devsai Mountains. Then Karakoram Pass. Again, the name suggests Karakoram Pass. And Lanakla is to the way of Aksai Chin. To the Aksai Chin area. To the Aksai Chin. So I hope this is clear. Fotula in Zanskar, Changla in Ladakh, Zozila in Greater Himalaya, Banihal Pass in the Greater Himalaya again, Burzil in the Devsai Mountains. Again, there are many passes. There are many passes, but not all are important. So you can remember these important passes. Now we will just see which passes are encountered. So when you are moving from Manali to Leh, when you are proceed, you will get first what here over here. You will get Rohtang Pass, that we will discuss in the our next lecture. So over here you will get Rohtang Pass, then there is Baralachala Pass, then you will come to Leh, and when you are moving from Jammu to Srinagar, there is one pass called as Banihal Pass. Then from Srinagar to Kargil, there is what? Zozila Pass. Over here there is this which pass? Burzil Pass. And then over here we have this Lanakla Pass. Lanakla Pass is somewhere here. Again, the location is not important. What is important? The mountain ranges and the associated passes, that is important. Now our next topic is what? Lakes. So this beautiful lake you have seen in a movie called Three Idiots. So this is what? Pangong So. This is Pangong So Lake. So there are four important lakes present in the Jammu and Kashmir. So first is what? Pangong So, the largest lake. This is the largest lake. And then this lake is what? So Moruri. About Pangong So, almost two-thirds of the lake. So this is Pangong So Lake. This is what? Pangong So Lake. And you can see almost two-thirds of the lake is present in the China. So this is present in the disputed territory between India and Pakistan, and this much part is present in the Ladakh Union Territory. So here the movie was shot, Three Idiots, Pangong So. Then to the south of it, here you can see So Morori Lake. What is the name? So Morori. So in Ladakhi language, the word so means lake. So let me write for you. So it is Pangong So, and this the another lake is called as the southern lake is called as So Moriri. Is called as So Moriri. So this is Pangong So Lake, and this is So Moriri Lake. So I hope these two lakes are important. And what are the important feature? So Moriri Lake is the highest, is the what you can say is the largest lake when you are considering that entire lake is present in Ladakh Union Territory. Pangong So is the largest, but it is divided in some part in India and some part in China. So this is what Moriri Lake. And the another feature is what both the lakes, both this Pangong So Lake and Moriri lakes are saline. They are saline lakes. So question can be there. And out of these two lakes, Moriri lakes is considered under the Ramsar wetland. We are going to saw them, the Moriri and the Pangong So. So out of these two lakes, Moriri is considered under is a part of Ramsar wetland site. Next we have, so these are the two parts, the Pangong So Lake, the Somorori Lake, and there is Dal Lake also. Dal Lake, if you have visited the city of Srinagar, there is Dal Lake over here. Then there is also Wular Lake. So Wular Lake, what are the features of Wular Lake? Wular Lake is the largest sweetwater lake in India. Wular Lake is the largest sweetwater lake in India, and it is, you can see over here, I have just added a map of it. So here you can see this is Wular Lake. This is Wular Lake, and in Srinagar we have Dal Lake, and which is this river? So Dal Lake is crossed by Jhelum River. This is what? Jhelum River. This river is Jhelum, which is a tributary of Indus River. So Jhelum River passes through Srinagar, passes through Wular Lake, and then it joins the Indus River in the Pakistan. So this is Jhelum River. Next, this is Somorori, Pangong So, we just talked about. So both the Pangong So and Somorori are saline lakes, but the Dal Lake and Wular Lake, of course, they are sweetwater lake. Next, let us talk about some valleys. So these are the important valleys. So from exam perspective, only the names are important. They can ask you which valleys are present in the Jammu and Kashmir. So Aru Valley, Suru Valley, then Chinta Valley, Betab Valley, Dhanskar Valley, and Nubra Valley. There are two questions we have just seen. There were two questions based on Nubra Valley, the location they had asked you, and about the Nubra. So the valleys are important. You should remember all the valleys, and these valleys are present in the northwestern Himalayas. Then about glaciers, there was a question on Siachen Glacier over here. Siachen Glacier is present in the Karakoram mountain range, that you know. Another feature of Siachen Glacier is what? Siachen Glacier is the world's second longest glacier outside polar region with length 76 kilometers. Siachen Glacier. Right, Siachen Glacier is the second longest glacier in the world outside polar region. Next, third longest glacier is what? Biafo Glacier. So all these glaciers, they are present in what? Karakoram mountain ranges. Batura Glacier, then Hispar Glacier, then Baltoro Glacier. So just remember at least few glaciers which are from Karakoram mountain ranges. And Karakoram is thus known as the third pole because outside polar region, Karakoram mountain range is having the highest number of glaciers, and that is what most snow-cladded mountain in the world. Almost 50% of the Karakoram mountain ranges are cladded by snow. So the Karakoram mountain ranges are important. Then Gangotri, Milam. So these glaciers, they are present in the Eastern Himalayas. We will talk about them in our next lecture. For now, just remember these glaciers, the name and the glacier name. So only they will ask you about that. And Siachen Glacier is actually famous. Siachen Glacier is also having the world's highest military base controlled by India. Then you must be aware about the Operation Meghtut and all. So that is non-geography part. Now let us talk about the protected areas. Protected area, which are the national parks or the wildlife sanctuary present in the northwestern Himalaya. So first is Dachigam National Park. Village, 10 villages. Dachigam means what? 10 villages. So 10 villages were rehabilitated when this national park was announced. So Dachigam, then Kistavar, then Hemis, Salim Ali, Kazinak, and Gulmarg. So out of these, the Hemis National Park, let us talk about Hemis National Park. So Hemis National Park is the only national park in India which is located north of Greater Himalayas. To the north of Greater Himalayas. This is the first fact. Question can be, they can ask you which of the following things are correct about Hemis National Park. So first statement can be, it is the only national park which is located to the north of Greater Himalayas. So yes, this fact is correct. Then Hemis National Park is having the is the largest national park in India. So again, this fact is correct. And Hemis National Park consists of the highest density of snow leopards. So again, this fact is correct. And it is present in what? Ladakh Union Territory. Rest all Dachigam, Kistawar, Salim Ali, Kazinat, and Golmarg. So all these are present in the J&K Union Territory. Now J&K, erstwhile it was Jammu and Kashmir state, but now they are Union Territory. So except Hemis National Park, all the national parks and the wildlife sanctuary, they are present in the Jammu and Kashmir. Again, there are some other national parks also. So we will talk them. We will talk about them in our national park segment. So currently, just remember the names. This is what Hangul or Kashmir stag. This is the what the state animal of Jammu and Kashmir. Now tribes. They are also asking you about tribes. So just remember the names. Changpa, there was a question on Changpa community already. Now they can ask you about the other tribes. So you should remember the Bakkarwals, the Gaddi tribe, the Dogra tribe, the Brokpa, the Balti. So these are the tribes, and you can see their livelihood was sheep rearing. Sheep rearing is their main livelihood because agriculture is absent because of the extreme weather. Agriculture is also absent because lack of fertile land. The lack of fertile land. So what remains is the transhumance activity. So they perform the sheep rearing activities. Next, so this is the map. So let us revise once again. I hope you remember this is what Pangong So Lake. Then this is So Morori Lake, and in between them we have this river called as what? This is what? Indus River. Indus River is present between Ladakh mountain ranges, and this is what? Zanskar mountain ranges. To the north of it, this is what? Karakoram mountain range, having the highest peak of India, that is K2. Then between Karakoram, so this is Karakoram range, and this is Ladakh range, we have one river called as Shok River. Shok River and Nubra River. So Nubra River is a tributary of Shok River, and the Shok River is a tributary of Indus River. So Indus River then flows to the Pakistan. So this is what? Indus River. Then we know that this is what? Wular Lake, and the river associated is what? This is Jhelum River. So Jhelum River makes a border between Pakistan and India. So that fact is also important. Now let us talk about the river. Again, we will talk about Indus in detail in our next segment. But till now, what you can remember, the Indus River flows between which two mountain ranges? So that is very important. And the left, so this is what? Left bank tributary of Indus called as Zanskar. So Zanskar is the left bank tributary, and over here these five rivers Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Satluj. So they are called as Panchanad, and they are also what left bank tributaries of River Indus. Then right bank tributary. Right bank means what? If river is flowing like this, and if a river joins that main river from right direction, so that is called as what? Right bank tributary. And if any tributary joins the main river from the left direction, it is called as what? Left bank tributary. So the first major left bank tributary is what? Zanskar, and the second Panchanad river, that is what? Satluj river. And to the right we have Shok river. So already question is there on Shok river. Already a question was there on Nubra. Then there is Gilgit river, Gilgit river. Then there is Kabul river. So Afghanistan's capital is Kabul, and Kabul river is there. That is what? Right bank tributary of the river Indus. Then Gomal. So we'll talk about it in our next segment. So in this segment, just have a rough idea about Indus. We'll talk about it in detail. Now, so that's the end of this lecture. From Atal Tunnel. Where is Atal Tunnel? We saw, na? We saw that our from Leh, when we are going from Leh to Manali. So here, so we have seen the, we have seen the northwestern Himalayas, that is Kashmir Himalayas, and now we are going from Leh to Himachal Pradesh. So we are traveling from Leh to Manali, and Leh to Manali. First pass over here is Baralachala Pass, and second pass is over Rohtang Pass. And under Rohtang Pass, new tunnel has been constructed by BRO. That is what? Atal Tunnel. So last picture is of what? Atal Tunnel. Last picture is of Atal Tunnel. So this is the end of this lecture, and so see you in the Himachal Himalaya. See you in the next lecture. So I hope you understood this lecture, you like this lecture. So if you have any doubt, you can write them in comment. So thank you.